Right there, 54 Mike. Silver.
Watson on first down. And this is Shepard on the catch. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the gun on third, Watson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. There he goes, left side. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. A big play there out of Kamara. 48 yards on the ground. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. T.J. Watt showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Here's Watson. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Christian Kirk there to make the grab. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready. Where are they, team? Check safety. Check three. Check 37. Check. Three. He's checking crap.
They'll run on first down. It's Hubbard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All day, dog.
Now a give, right side. Hubbard, not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 35 on second down, Mariota got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check 31.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Mike 51.
From the 41, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mariota now. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting to 7-0.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll have a first down past the 40. It's caught, Shepard. And all the way up to the 46. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. On 1st and 10, Watson. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Christian Kirk, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Come on, D! Mike. Bravo! 53. Mike. You must be dreaming. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check 66. Bullet high. 3.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's 3. 1. Check
On first down, Grant. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Corey Grant there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Watson. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. To throw is Watson. To throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Mariota. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Shift. One.
Mariota. That's complete to his running back, Grant. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Again, it's Mariota. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Watson, forced out to his left, and now he's going to use his legs. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. To throw on 3rd down, Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at the 20, and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken around the 12. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They run it again with Kamara, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now Watson on 3rd down, and that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
at the line. This Philly offense set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up? Touchdown, Philadelphia! Corey Grant, 82 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Watson on 3rd down. It's hauled in by Shepard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Let's go, let's go.
Watson off play action. Eluding the pressure right. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Break the set. 19. 54 back. You ain't going nowhere. Alert.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Set. 19.
Watson to throw on 3rd down. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
One. Kill. 61. Matchbox, right. 3. Echo. 51. Mike, 51. Here we go.
Throwing, Mariota. That ball complete to Isabella. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Andy Isabella, 97 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, that's complete to the tight end, Everett. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now he steps away. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. This is caught by Williams. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you have something about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
11 yards there and a Lion first down. Now a first down throw. Watson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Aaron Donald in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Watson. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to... Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Kenny Clark. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with third and just a couple.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They go back to Grant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. This is Grant. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. On third down, it's Grant. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
That's it. Big hit.
And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing to the playoffs, and there's part of that feels good.